welcome back to Class Culture. Hey, sugar honey iced tea. How are you doing? Yes, truth. We are going to do this every Sunday. Truth. We don't thump Bibles. We don't preach. We don't cult. No, we don't group. We don't gang. We talk truth. And then I say, I bid you adieu. It's that easy. And then tonight we are going to have some beef sector news. I got my rest. Thank you, Hearts of Gold. I love you purely because you're allowing me to take a break. You allow me to bring you good content. You allow me to do my thing because you benefit from it. When someone benefits from something, they allow you to be great. So yes, thank you for allowing me to be great. I'm doing this because it's just me naturally being Deirdre, communicating. It's that easy. Yeah, we got the brain up there today. Okay. So welcome back to Class Culture. Shout out to the replay crew. There are more than one lives going on. There's TV, there's news, there's CNN, there's your family, there's brunch, there's the beach. It's a holiday tomorrow. Shout out to the replay crew. Put TY Darlingz on the playlist. I appreciate you, boo. Yes. Shout out to the Skybox. I see you, boo. I appreciate you. Why? Because you got the balcony view. You get to see everything. And y'all are rocking the replay crew. I adore you. Thank you so much. Our internationals are here. Yes. So thank you for being here. Welcome back to Class Culture. I feel like I need that half a day and then I'll be back on track. Yeah, my body is still a little achy, but my voice is clear. I ate. I'm hydrating. I'm getting back on track. I'm binging all of my favorites in the beef sector, in the arts and crafts sector. There's more than one sector that I pay attention to because I got a lot going on. The filmmaking sector. I'm about to contact all of the film festivals on planet Earth and get all of the details that I need to get. Okay, for us to succeed in our endeavor as far as being a filmmaker. And that it is what it is. The pandemic is easing. Now I get my shot on Wednesday. Okay, so I got everything. I've stocked up on water, snacks, food, provisions. So if I'm down for the count, it is what it is, child. And I wanted to wait till after I finish this trip. Shout out to Facebook. We're live over on Facebook. I don't have you open, so please comment and I'll put it on top. I just got too much going on and I'm trying to take it easy. Last night I was trying to do some editing and I was like, I gotta sleep. So yeah, I needed that just hard, do nothing sleep. Shout out to, what channel is it? I think it's TNT or somebody. They got Harry Potter on, so thank God. Just sometimes you need to veg out. You need to just let go. You need to just relax, luxuriate, whatever you want to call it. After you've worked so damn hard, like I worked last week. So I appreciate you guys. We're back on track. Tonight, we're going to have some news. And I might have a late night. You never know. I might pop in because I'm catching up on all the news and the snooze. I'm glad I took last week off, sugar honey iced tea. And I still have to upload my last Las Vegas video. You guys are getting another vlog video, Vegas vlog. Okay. But I'm glad because didn't nothing happen. Yeah, I said it. But lots of good information was had. Like Lady Nika. I shared Treacey's video. Thank you, Treacey. Thank you, Lady Nika, for shouting me out and understanding and knowing and watching my growth and appreciating what I'm doing over here. I appreciate both of you. And I'm going to watch others. I have my book, right? I'm going to watch a bunch of people. I got all y'all names in here. I'm going to spill the tea tonight, who I watched and who I think is worthy of class culture. So yes, if you're new here, welcome new subscribers and new members. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hit that join. Hit that join as well. It's affordable. Like the video. Subscribe. If you're looking at the red button, that ain't right. Nope, that ain't flawless, because y'all know how y'all always say, don't y'all hate somebody that likes to mooch? Well, don't be mooching off Gigi. Just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't matter if you like somebody or not. That's dumb. That's like siphoning free cable. Okay, and you know I'm giving good information. Anytime you want to find me, that's all you have to do is put in class culture. So let's talk about today's subject. Now, you've already engaged here in my channel. If you're new, just hit the replay cruise. You know, this is round robin. I am where I am. You catch up by going around and getting all the information you need on all the fabulous playlists. The content is fire. It's people tell me, Sugar Honey Iced Tea, they say I don't even know where to start. I love your channel. I'm like, thank you. Just hit live and go. You know, play it and just go. And that's I feel so good. I sleep at night. I don't worry about anything. I don't do anything to anybody. People usually have issues. They come to Gigi and they don't want to resolve their own issues. That's still their issue. It ain't my issue. We're like, bye, boo. Have a nice day. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Wouldn't Sugar Honey Iced Tea says, wouldn't it be so much better if more people in this neighborhood supported one another? They do. They're just afraid to come out, because I guarantee you they appreciate what we're doing over here, because it is not fuck shit. Some of it is when I'm cussing a bitch out or when I need to address an issue. But guess what? It's my fuck shit. I'm not, you know, driving you nuts and then playing in your face. So they're here and they like it and I appreciate it. They know what's up. Oh my God. Hey, Victoria, finally call alive. Welcome back. Thank you. I feel better and I feel good. Hey, Sincere, cracking up. How are you? Say hello to your mom. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Yes. So this is how I'm going to do this every Sunday, because there's nobody here in this sector that's doing it correctly. See, when I was studying theology, I studied it as theology. I didn't study it as a vanity. Let's just say check, click, notch on my belt. Like, ooh, look at me. No, it's something for everyone to study. Why? Because it's about people. It's about storytelling. It's morality tales as well. But if you are a Christian, it's about what you want to worship. I study the Bible as a history. It's a capsule. Okay, we ain't gonna be preachy. We ain't gonna be Bible-y. We ain't gonna be thumpy. We ain't gonna do all of that. Ain't nobody better than nobody else. We're just human beings. We are expendable by Mother Nature. What happens when a tornado comes? Bloop! It takes everybody out. Babies, grandmamas, daddies, it don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't get in your mind or your emotion that way. We're just going to talk about what's in it. And I know you don't get that from somebody else, especially somebody that's a con man that plays with everyone and all he wants is your money. Yeah, I can see a con man a million miles away. That's why they don't like me. And I don't care. I like it when demons don't like Gigi. They don't know what the K in the class means. They can't count to 100. Why? Because they're too busy being, let's say, greedy. They want more than 100, and they want to do it in the devil's way of doing things. They want to take, right? They want to take, they don't give. I'm not here to gain. All I'm doing is speaking what's in my brain up there, my brain. And when you speak what's in your brain versus focusing on someone else or what's coveting, wanting, or want to steal what someone else has, that's when you fucked up. And that every time it's going to get you. See, motherfuckers are talking to you off their 5th page after the 17th strike. See, I'm pure, I'm clean over here. I'm the only troll in the beef sector that uses her real name and real face and does it properly with integrity. Okay, even though it's fuck shit, I don't give a damn. I get to say exactly what I want to say. And let me say this to the quoting fingers in the air, young people. No, that just means you came after me, bitch. And that means whoever you are now, you will be if you're lucky to get my age, because some of y'all getting picked off by your damn self. You're smoking yourself to death. You're drinking yourself to death. You're fucking yourself to death. I said it. And you're eating yourself to death. Why is everybody in this sector 9,000 pounds? That's all I want to know. See, they don't talk about that in the Bible. Oh, you ain't supposed to talk. Yeah, that's mean. You ain't talk. Then the Bible ain't doing enough for me. I said it. I need to be able to say, but God knows I'm a warrior. He knows I got a big mouth. I need to be able to say, bitch, get the fuck off of me. Don't talk about me because you're fat and stank. I need to do that in life to exist on planet Earth. I need to get it out. I don't do none of that. I can be quiet, polite, and classy and sophisticated when everyone else is behaving that way. But don't take me to a motherfucking opera and we're all there in our furs and our diamonds, diplomats up in the skybox and our first class tickets, and a motherfucker steps on my foot. And I know they did it on purpose, bitch. It's on and popping. Yeah, I'm going to cuss a bitch out. I don't give a fuck who hears me. I'm going to tell Michelle Obama, don't. I'm cussing this bitch out. And she gonna be so, well, okay. Yeah. She's a fucktard, and then if she shuts the fuck up, then okay. It won't go any farther. See, that's why it's okay to understand what the Bible is saying, but I don't have to worship it. See, why? Because we're in America. You can worship anything you want. You can pick any religion you want and still be better at being a Christian than some of the Christians are. And we're going to prove that today. They will be working on your nervous system, but they can't. No, exactly. They try. Well, they don't know. See, I'm ready for battle. Always. I got my bandana on, even right now. I'm always ready. But see, I can tell certain people in this sector who are veterans, but they as far as combat, they don't know a tactical. They're told what to do. They're taught what to do and told what to do. Do they create the scheme and the battle? No, they don't. They don't have those skills. And that's a difference between me and a lot of them. Spread wealth, you greedy bastards. Exactly. Now, what do you say? Paul and Jesus both called out, chastised those that were wrong, and identified their wrongdoings. So we're in good company. Jesus would have snatched me and said, come on, because I need you. Because he needed people that could cuss a motherfucker out. When they was all up in the fisherman's war, getting the fish and stuff. They was just street people. They weren't holier than thou. Think of it. They weren't princesses and princes. They weren't kings and queens. They were regular people who were already feeding the people. That's why when he gave them the message, we need to feed the people this scripture, they got it instantly. Hey, pretty chocolate girl. They got that was their duty. You can't explain that to somebody that doesn't do that already. You see, you can't ask a king to be honorable to a peasant because they feel they're what? Above the peasants. So that ain't a good choice either. See, I like Jesus. He would have been a cool fella to hang out with. Yeah. See, that's how when I was in school studying theology, the nuns and the brothers loved Gigi. Just the way I thought, just the way I accepted the message. And then I told them the story. My dad died at 5, but the plan was, had he lived, I would have had communion. He was Catholic at 11, right? and he wanted me to be a nun because they had 7 kids, child. So everybody had pick up pick a job, a career. They had everything. He wanted a nun. That's what a lot of Catholic people, they like one of their kids to be a nun. I don't know. And that's what they wanted for me. You see. But then he died at 5. And then, you know, the next 10, 12 years, you go through high school and stuff. And then my grandmother plucked me out of public school and said, nope, the last 4 years she's going back to Catholic school, because that's what her dad would have wanted. And I picked up theology like that, but I wasn't Bible-y. I wasn't Bible thumpy. And that's when my beautiful Mama Lucy came into my life, and I was going to Catholic services, child. I was going to Baptist services, child. My mom's friends was Jewish. We would go to their events and stuff. So I loved all the races and all the religions. In Detroit, Michigan, it's the largest, I would say, Muslim Arab community in the United States. I was surrounded by Muslim, you know, people. All religions make sense to me. And it's okay, because why? I went in the Air Force at 18. It's America. You can choose. You can be a different religion every year. Why not? Who cares? Right now, I'm a practicing Taoist. That's the best thing. That's the best you're going to get from me. And my mom approved that when she was on her way to heaven. She said, that makes total sense for you. I said, yeah, because to be honest with you, the black people and them black motherfucking churches, I can't do it. I will be the one to burn the motherfucker down, because they're all motherfucking liars. Oh, I said it. Maybe 5 out of the whole congregation of 300 are good people. I would make sure they wouldn't be in there. Oh, I said it. I ain't fucking around. Call me Joshua up in this bitch. I'm ready for battle. Okay? And that's my relationship with God. Now, you won't get this speech every time. This is just the first time. Because every Sunday, I'm going to come and give a word. We're going to talk about a scripture. And then that's it. That's all. We are going to click off. You are going to enjoy the rest of what's left of this Sunday. I appreciate you for being here. And tomorrow is Memorial Day. Now, tomorrow night, we're going to have happy birthday. I was going to have it tonight. I said, no, ma'am. I got so much going on still. And I want to come on tonight and do some news. And I'm binging all of my favorites today. Okay? And you'll know if I'm binging you. I'll put it down in the description box. If I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet. By the end of this week, I should have caught up on everyone. And I'm still on top of what really ain't going on. But you know what I'm saying. Only battlefield they know is social media bullshit. Not prepared at all. It's ridiculous. And Victoria, I needed that week. For instance, the first couple of months of this year, I didn't really chat or anything. I needed that break. So this week, I needed that break. Just, I can walk away. Easy. But now I have my house of gold, my hearts of gold. I'm not walking away from you. I'm talking about them other motherfuckers. I can just am not my favorites. I'm not talking about y'all. I don't watch them. I'm so serious. Now, my diplomats and my professors know you can always send me a link with the timestamp. I'm here for it. If y'all don't want to do the phone thing, do the email thing. I understand if you don't want me to have your email. I don't want it. Or your email. I don't want your phone number. If you don't want to share your phone number with me, that's fine. That's why there's an email. Those are my business phone numbers and my business emails. Nobody has my private shit either. So there you go. You ain't got my personal phone number either. You know, so it works both ways. So let's get it. Let's keep it straight. Right? It's ridiculous. I don't know, Victoria, if they don't take vacations, they don't have lives. Who are they neglecting? I would never neglect. You know, I'm going to be on here for like an hour, hour and a half, and then I'll see you back tonight again. What is that? Oh, 3 whole hours out of 24 hours. No, I'm not on YouTube all day. They are. Okay. And I know my favorites when they talk about certain things. Yes, I listen sometimes, but yes, sorry, I don't. I redball it just like they redball me, because content creators are worried about their content. Whereas professors or you know, people, my moderators that don't have channels, subscribers, and just supporters, subbies. You all don't have to worry about anybody that's watching you because you don't have content. So you all have more time to watch, where we can't watch everything. It's impossible. You never wash your earth. You never cook, eat, nothing, braid your hair, you know, vacuum, wash your clothes. You would never have time for anything. And that it's unrealistic. And honestly, out of the 50 people, let's just say there's 50 people, content creators in the beef sector, I probably watch 12 because the other folks are really not the real participants in the events that have happened. For instance, I'm a real participant in events that have happened, not just a commentator or someone that wants to interlope or interject themselves. Sorry, not sorry. You know, you made your character up. Our shit happened organically. Okay, it ain't my problem. Somebody asked me to do something and they don't even fucking know who you are. I don't care. It is what it is, right? Disciplines are considered the outcasts. Disciples, sorry, are considered the outcasts. Even being a doctor, doctors are looked upon as scum back in those days. Yep. You know, thank you guys. I've seen it all. I mean, I've been here. And I really don't have time anymore for, you know, hanger-ons or people who want to lie. Shout out to Tracy. Tracy, that was excellent. The video I shared over there, because I'm catching up on everyone's videos, but I'm only going to share one video out of the 7 days or 5 days, I guess, that I didn't watch. But I'm catching up on all their videos, but I'm only sharing one because what they're saying is factual. Shout out to Lady Nika. She did that. That's what I like about the old heads. They say exactly what happened. They tell the truth. They don't spin a narrative. They speak complete sentences. They're not screaming in between a sentence. They're not reading the chat and interrupting guests. There's no yelling and shouting panels. I can't stand that crap. It's like mumble rap, bitch. Take me back to the motherfucking 80s before even the 90s rap. I'm good because y'all ain't saying shit. And ain't got all this rap was supposed to be to make Black lives better. Y'all fucked up. You are the sign of the times. That shit don't do shit for y'all in the culture. Yeah, I said it. Take that to a motherfucking pulpit, bitch. All this religion and clapping and shouting, and you can't even save somebody from getting killed on them. Bitch, I would have been in jail. I would have been in jail and George Floyd would have been alive. I'd have jumped on that motherfucker's neck so goddamn fast, I would have took a bullet. Get your motherfucking knee off his goddamn neck. Bitch, bye. And people would have came over to my rescue and he would have lived. They stood by and recorded his death. I can't. I could stop right now. I could stop right now. We can do that later tonight. I would love to. I can't. Hey, Raw, how you doing? Our butterfly is in the house. Our number one professor is in the house. Okay, thank you for being here. But yeah, I see that's me. That's me. I'd have inched closer and closer until he got that knee up. No, ma'am. See, they don't make them like Gigi no more. See, I grew up in Detroit and I don't know nothing about where he was living, cause I can't be doing that. I can't be doing it. Yeah, that was and that's why I did it low key this year. I was like, no, I can't. I can't. I don't know. Everybody, all black folk and kinfolk. Okay? Because some of y'all is on zero. You on zero every day. And all they do is repeat. They take one little lie and they repeat it. They're on a loop. They say the same thing. Or I say it again. Or let me say it again. Well, let me say it again louder. Well, let me say it again crying. Let me say it again when I'm mad. Let me say it again on this person's panel. And then let me go say it again over here. And then bitch, go take your crazy motherfucking pill. That's what you need. Because that ain't got shit to do with God. You just fucked up in the head. See, that's why I wouldn't have been a nun, child. Even even at 16, 17, my uncles were like, no, you can't be a cop because I'd kill everybody. Okay. They were like, no, just go to college, go to the military and live your best life. And that was the best thing for Gigi. Even when my brother and my mom lived in Africa, because we have Africans in our family, and they like to do, even before it was popular, especially on YouTube, when people were migrating back to the motherland, they had lived there. My brother had lived there. My mom had lived there. That was just the thing we did. I don't want to live there, but I will visit. Okay. My brother was like, no, I ain't got time to be killing nobody because your mouth is going to get you in trouble. I said, yeah, I know. I know. So this is what we're going to talk about today. Okay. And I'm going to teach you something about your culture. And I'm going to teach you why it's important to read. Now, it's important to be preoccupied with popular things in life. Okay? Fun things. Things that make you happy. You know, every state says it's okay for you to be high. Well, bitch, you were high already. So what's the difference? That ain't nothing new. Oh, I said it. That now you're gonna be high and you got a job. A lot of jobs you have to pee in a cup. You can't be high. You can't be high driving. So guess what? They just shit on you again. Congratulations, quoting figures in the air, black culture. That ain't nothing to be bragging about, you dumb bitch. Okay, so let's go back into history. Let's go back into history. Let's see what had happened with black women. Why do you think that the prejudiced white culture? Now, I love all cultures, and all white people are not prejudiced. I'm talking about the dumb ones. Because every time I happen to meet a prejudiced person, they're not executive level. No. They're not suit and tie. I'm sorry, not sorry. They don't like stupidity and let's just say underachievers, but they're not like your hardcore racists. No, they're not. They're looking at your abilities. Okay, so miss me. I'm talking about the backwood fucking their daughter motherfucking racist motherfuckers. Okay, why do they hate black women? Why do they want to compete with us every time, all the goddamn time, and just mad and be ugly, and you be standing there fly, and they just be all misshapen and backwooded and incest, chin be all sloped, you know, and their ears be little and their head is pointy. You know, them those two cousins didn't fuck each other. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean, black people do incest too, but give me a moment. I'm trying to explain something. We go back. We are the first culture as far as Americans to, let's just say African Americans to build, to have skills here in America, right? After 1864, and then they killed Lincoln, and then the Emancipation, and then we're about to celebrate Juneteenth, and all of that other stuff had happened. We walked off the plantations. Some of us did. Thank God mine did. But anyway, the point is we had all the skills. We did everything. That's that one reason why I love Gone with the Wind, because after everything fought, they didn't even know how to feed themselves. They were out trying to find potatoes to eat. They didn't know how to cook, eat, or nothing. We were doing all the work, right? So it's just vindictive. That's the oldest grudge on planet Earth. Get over it. Okay, but what we can be proud of is past. That everybody think that African or black history started in slavery. I'm like, are you dumb? I'm not even going to have that conversation with nobody no more. It's the dumbest thing, because we can go in the Bible and you can hear and feel a Black woman in the Bible. And people go, really, Gigi? I go, yeah. You didn't know that? Your pastor, your priest, even your rabbi is derelict if they don't tell this story. The story of Moses's first wife. Did you know Moses's first wife? I don't know if it's Moses's or Moses. You know how they do the apostrophe because it's an S at the end. They put it after. That always confused me too because my son's name ends in an S. I said, oh, okay, you don't put apostrophe S? They said, no, it's already S there. You just hang the apostrophe by itself. I said, oh, that's kind of cool. Bloop! There it is. See, I know my girl is here. Why you, girl? Bye. I could go for a month and she could run my channel. I would just give her the script, give her the links, and she would be like, what's up, Skybox? We see you, boo. Okay, I can hear you saying that, Raw. Okay. Just like Johnny Carson, he needed breaks sometimes. So he would get, it is what it is. Let's talk about Zipporah. Okay, and we're going to Google it. And I put in Cushite woman Moses married. So you're going to miss me. You're going to miss me. You're going to not miss me as I'm going away. They're going to miss me as don't fuck with me when I'm over here doing what I'm doing. And I can't come up on a motherfucking panel to a con man that's talking about he's a motherfucking pastor and they don't want to speak to me. Okay. That's the God said that's what you get, Gigi. You know that's the motherfucking devil over there. I'm like, yep. And God was like, I'm gonna prove it. He said, zoop, and he took his channel. And another bitch, y'all talking about, ooh, numbers. Well, what the fuck numbers got to do about anything? If you can't even get paid, do you see how that works? Do you see how that works? Yes. Thank you, my love. Theology. They don't even know what that means. I mean, I'm sorry. It's dictionary.com. And child, look, I could end the broadcast right now, but I ain't. Dictionary.com because we're past that. Showing a motherfucker how to use that. Okay. I put in, and I will put this in the chat. Because we don't do lazy. We don't do yeah, he is false. We don't do lazy. We don't do dumb. And we don't do ignorant. Okay. Damn. So I put in Cushite woman Moses married. See, that's what y'all thought I was gonna be over here talking about. Turn to page. No, that's boring. I would always fall asleep in church. My mom would be so embarrassed. I'd be like, "Well, it's boring, Mama." She'd be like, "Oh, I know," because she knew her daughter. She says, "I know, but you have to listen. It's polite. They can see." I'm like, "Well, I don't care." He's boring. And I could always tell. I would be looking in their eyes or looking at their face like, he ain't said nothing, in my mind. And me and my mom would have these conversations on the way home after visiting a church or wherever. And she would be like, yeah, I know. She knew I was different. She knew I didn't conform. And it's not being rebellious. It's about inclusivity. Just like when Jesus was a young teenager, he was preaching just like them old motherfuckers, but they wasn't saying nothing new. And that's why it was important for him to come along to do something new, to say, no, you have fallen victim to the money system of the people, of the Caesars in charge. And he was correct. That's why he was murdered. Yeah. That's why he was murdered. Isn't it interesting that George Floyd lost his life over a $20 bill? Isn't that interesting? That's another story for a different day. But think about it. It's deep. I can go deep. A $20 bill. Think about it. I almost puke every time I see a $20 bill. Is it time to get rid of the money system, Raw? Think about it. We survived a whole year under quarantine pandemic, and all the government did was just give you a check. Why? Because it just goes back in the economy. It really doesn't belong to anybody. Okay, your work and your skills and things like that is about ambition, keeping you busy, running society. But the money game is bullshit. I know. I 10 years as a banker. I know what I'm saying. Okay, let me get back to this. I could be here for 5 hours. I could do it. I should do a 12-hour. Now you know. Okay, but no, I gotta lie. Here it says wife of Moses. Wife of Moses is referred to as a Cushite in Numbers 12. Interpretations differ on whether this Cushite woman was one and in the same as Zipporah. Yes, she was. Shut the fuck up, stupid white man. I said it. The Europeans that don't want to give way to facts and knowledge. And y'all stupid as Israelis still fighting over leave them Palestinians alone. Dumbass. He's a motherfucking gang member. That motherfucker that keeps getting in charge. I won't even speak his name. I won't do it. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat before I go farther. Let me see. So let me go back. Okay. Yeah, that's my marker. Let me go back to my marker, child, because you know I'll fuck it up. I'll fuck it up. Let me go back to my marker. This is what we're talking about. So, okay. Pretty Chocolate Girl says you do. That's what I like about you, boo. Oh, that's nice. Hello, Sarah Vaughn. Happy Memorial Day. My cousin is named Zephora. Most everyone in my family has a name with meaning, and we had to learn and study each other's meaning. Thank you, Ra. I love that. Shout out to the mother, sincere cracking up. Yes. Okay, Moses' wife, Noah, Ham, Moses' wife lineage. Yes. Gigi, that wasn't your calling on those channels. That's why you wasn't welcome on the panels. Yeah, exactly, Victoria. And because the demons. And Abraham's house still stands. Yes, it does. It is so disgusting. It's the same place as Muslims go to for jihad in Mecca and Medina. Money game. It's a setup through the government. They will see you later. And it's not even a setup. It's just, it's a method of, let's just say, mind fuck. Who can get what, who can earn what, and all of that other stuff. But all we did was sit in a house and people got what they needed. You see what I'm saying? It's sort of like the veil was ripped away. You know, it's almost, they purposefully have to shuffle it around, or else you will end up with a king and or a queen because of access. You know, an army. You know how armies in the on the continent of Africa in different countries do coups and takeovers. You know, they want to prohibit that because it would be real easy for the Army or the Navy or the Air Force to take over. Real easy because they got all the weapons. This has always been a holy war shrouded in politics. Yep, they hate giving credit. Yes, they do. I think the whole credit system should be taken away. It's ridiculous. You know, they hate it. I got promotion after our conversation. You must be do something right. Let them hate. We level up. Class culture. And the thing about it is, talk to your, when you get a job, say, yes, I'm here. And in 6 months or maybe even a year, whatever the job is, let them know I want a promotion. I want a raise. You ain't there, just get the fuck out of here. $15. Everybody should, minimum wage should be like $25 so everybody can go buy a house. Everybody can go buy a house. Everybody can go get a car. Everybody can go buy a house. Everybody can, let's just say, sends one person to college in your whole life, whether you're married, gave birth or not. Gay, straight, or not, every human being should send one person to college. Okay. Now let me get back to the subject. Bitch. Moses' wife is referred to as a Cushite in Numbers 12. Interpretations differ. Fuck them. Her name was Zipporah. Fuck another woman. And whether he was married, he was married to one black woman from Ethiopia. Google. She was his first wife. He was Israelite. Okay? Now, his relatives were his brothers and sisters, her in-laws. Okay? And his in-laws were her brothers and sisters. Okay? Now, they say here that they had children, but let's go forward. Okay? And here they say, did Moses have an Ethiopian wife? And I'm going to go down here where it says, what race is a Cushite? Okay, the Cushite speaking people today comprise of all those names and other tribes. Okay, were considered offsprings of Cush and that place of gold. Okay, and the Bajay people who also spoke Cushite have specific genealogical traditions of descent from Cush. Now, this weekend when I was in Vegas, I met a wonderful man. He was in a shop. I ain't going to tell you where it is. His name was Sam, and he was Ethiopian, or is Ethiopian. And I had my bandana on and my mask, okay? So all you can see is my eyeballs. He walked up to me, and he said, "Are you Ethiopian?" I said, "No." I said, "But I have different DNA and culture." I said, "I don't have it with me. I'd love to share it with you, the map of where my DNA came from." He says, "You don't even have to tell me you're Ethiopian." I'm like, "Okay." He just assigned it to me, right? And I said, "But however, my first cousins married into the Ethiopian tribe family." He said, "Well, then that's it. Your family." Okay, so they've been around for millennia before any race. They're very knowledgeable people. If you ever meet an Ethiopian, consider yourself among some of the first human beings on planet Earth. And they're amazing people. They give me goosebumps. They're beautiful and smart. And I don't like when some of them play dumb. They're not dumb. They do that sometimes just to, they're different from America. And it sometimes I learn from people from other cultures because they're not so direct. They don't need what they need right now. They're not as greedy as Americans are. You know what I mean? They will make a plate of food and they'll all eat off that same food plate with each other. Ain't no American gonna do that. You touch my salad, bitch, it's on. You know what I mean? We ain't like that. But I learn a lot. So that's another thing what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to open myself up to all. It's very hard to do sometimes because we're just Americans. Okay. Now let's go here. What does Cushite mean in Hebrew? In biblical and historical usage, the term Cushite, Hamites, refers to individuals of East African origin, the Horn of Africa and Sudan. Now, do not look at Africa right now, meaning the borders and the names. You have to have, and I've been looking for a book, Raw, that will say, this is what this was named 5,000 years before Christ, and this is what it's named now. The country, they do that on purpose to erase history. They do that on purpose. They don't want you to know, oh, wow, his first wife was from Ethiopia. Yes. This ain't nothing new. I already told y'all the story about Sheba. Okay, this ain't new. What's wrong with you? No, what had happened was you've been Willie lynched. You look it up, Willie Lynch letter, and you have been told you're nothing and a nobody and you could never. Bitch, don't be, if you believe that, get the fuck away from me. Okay, let me catch up with this chat because I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to do, but I don't know how y'all do it. Let me see. Okay, we stopped at the money game. We stopped at the credit. We stopped at the promotion. I said set up because they made it easy for those dummies to get those people. No, it's not even that. It's about some integrity, Victoria. I could walk in. I bet you I could walk into CVS right now and steal a candy bar. You see what I'm saying? Just slide it in my pocket or just, make motions or how crooks do and walk out with a candy bar. But I'm not going to do it. I mean, good grief, but I hear what you're saying. Sugar Honey, I see. Congratulations. Yes, congratulations on your promotion. Okay. All right, y'all just talking to each other. Yes, open chat. Thank you. I see people are sharing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's get on. So there, she was from the Africa. She was black, African American, whatever you want to call. Now they say here in early modern Hebrew usage, the term Cushite was used as an unmarked referent to a dark skinned or red haired person without derogatory implications. So it had nothing to do with name calling or being less than or being put in your place. No, it was just a marker. So a lot of African people or native people, like the people in Australia, the native Aboriginal people in Australia are naturally blonde headed. Well, in Africa, they were naturally, some of them redheaded. They would just, that's the beauty of nature. They just pop out like that. We come in all shades. Okay. And that's called Mother Nature. And if you want to give it to God, good for you. Okay. So that was just a name they gave them as Cushi. Okay. Now, what color was Moses' wife in the Bible? Here, now they say her dad was Jethro, meaning they were, let's just say, they weren't nomads where they roamed around. They had purposes. They herded animal, they traded, they traveled, they lived in tents. They were desert people. Now, if you're not near the water, you're, more like in the arid. They didn't really have forests up in that area, like not like Central Africa. Mm-mm. When animals were, you fought. Can you imagine living in Africa back then? I know I can't. We are far removed. I think I'm a strong, capable woman, even at my age and even throughout my life. I could fight off anything, beat off everything. I'm cunning. I could set traps and I could eat and feed myself, wash kids, hide them, hunt. I could do all of that. But as you get older, you get tired. And that's why you have to live in a system of people that you can all trust and protect and take care of each other so you could live in safety. How could you ever go to sleep at night worried that a lion would come and drag you away? I mean, it's too much. So, but these were more like herders. Okay. But they say she was the daughter of Ruel and Jethro, the priest and prince of Midian. Now, the Ten Commandments left that out. However, remember that scene when Moses came back and they invited him back and all the treasures? And remember the black lady that presented him with the stone? They say that was their way of paying homage to Zipporah. And I said, okay, but it still was fuck shit. Anyway, now, who is the son of Moses? She did give him a son, but see, nobody wants to talk about that. The firstborn son of Moses by Zipporah in Midian. Moses' father-in-law, see, because in the movie they made it a white lady, but it was really her. Okay. Came to Moses in the wilderness, bringing him the wife and their two sons, Gershom and Eleazar. It's hard to say these names. It is what it is. Let me get back to the chat because I don't want to go back. Let me see. Okay. I didn't went back too far. Let me see. Okay. All right. Sugar Honey Iced Tea says, check out the Greek Hebrew interlineal Bible. Okay. It references the modern day title countries and it clarifies the original country as name, even those extinct. Thank you. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Thank you. Because that's my thing. I love research. And once I got it, I got it. Libraries are starting to open up again too. I'm like, thank God. That was another reason why I chose San Francisco, because I was like, yeah, I need to be near a library that's banging and that I can get a book from anywhere on planet Earth. So yeah, I missed my library, man. Okay, I'm starting to feel more comfortable. I'm not wearing gloves as much. Baby, I look like I was going for war. during the pandemic, but now I feel good. Now that I'm gonna get vaccinated too, and everybody's vaccinated. Coming back from, it was like pre-pandemic as far as I'm concerned. I know it's busy now in Las Vegas. I did not want to be there during the holiday weekend. That's why we did it the week before. I was coming back as they were leaving, and I landed in Oakland on purpose. Okay, instead of San Francisco. But here they say this is interesting. So they had 2 sons. So that's really my main message today. It's a word. Okay. Moses' wife was black. I don't care what the fuck happened after. I don't care. I don't care about Pharaoh and all that other shit and Exodus and all that other bullshit. I don't care. I'm talking about the origins. I'm talking about what I know. That's why DNA is important. Learn that you're from these areas so you can feel pride and you know that you have dominion because you are from these same places. And then when I met Sam in Vegas and we had a whole discussion about this, he was like, yeah, of course they're going to suppress that. You know, he says everybody wants to talk about Sheba just because she was a queen. Well, what about Zephora? I said, exactly. So it's coming back around. Okay, take your time, Rob. It's coming back around. It is what it is. Hold on to truth. Go look or go open your Bible and find this story. Now, his wife did not like her. She did when Moses brought her back. She was like, well, what are you doing with her? He was like, well, what do you mean? These people are my people. See, that's why Moses was a good man. That's why God picked a good person, because she doesn't like being ruled by another race, but she adopted their prejudice and racism and bad behavior. And that's what's happening in the Black culture. It's okay to say racism is wrong, prejudice is wrong, discrimination is wrong, but don't adopt the same behavior. That's why Moses was a good man in my book. Not only did he have a wife and kids, it wasn't like he was hiding them. He was like, yeah, come on, let's go, and I gotta go and help free my people, right? Come on. And then she brought her and all of them along, and then they were racist against them. He was like, well, what the fuck? But what God had did, and you can read about that, is that he punished Miriam, and that's what she should have got. Now, nobody talks about that story. Nobody talks about how that applies to us now. That's why I'm going to give these words every Sunday. Yeah, you can't be proud and Black and still we got these same problems we see on TV. Well, that's our problem. We can't blame it on somebody else. And I mean that. I'm sorry. I'd have probably got arrested that day too. Hopefully they wouldn't have killed me just because I said, get off his neck. He can't breathe. I would have lied and said, I'm a doctor. Get off his neck. I'd have done anything. Okay. I would have put myself in the line of fire. Remember when way back when they had the riots in LA? You know, can't we all get along riots? There were white people getting pulled out of trucks and other Black people stood over them, protecting them, like, get out of here. He's just a truck driver. Leave him alone. You're not going to hurt him. Who are you? So y'all breeding a bunch of hoodlums and animals that are out here killing people. No, that's not where we want. That's not where we want to go. That's not who we are. You know, all this stupid music talking about this and that and fucking and sucking and all. It's like, that ain't me. Fuck you and your mama. That ain't me. That ain't my culture. That ain't my class. I did not raise my kids like that. I don't want to be around people like that. You cannot be high all day. You can't be drinking all day. You don't deserve to say Moses' name. You don't deserve to say you're a Christian and you acting like that, especially on a Sunday. I said it. So here, if you read more before I go to this next one, it says, God's motive for commanding Moses. So God commanded him to marry a Cushite wife. I believe it's because he wanted peoples to come together. You know, you're mad because there's how can I choose you as a man that's going to fight against a whole culture that's discriminating against your culture if you can't embrace another culture? It makes no sense. So that was the whole premise of him. It happens all the time. You know, tribal, one little boy will look over the, the river and see another tribe and see a beautiful girl and they fall in love. Well, they might be fighting, but it's Romeo and Juliet. They don't care. And they're like, well, if you love me, I'm going to choose him. And the boy says the same thing, and they eventually come together. It's peaceful coexisting. And that's what God's motive was about. In order for you to fight for me, Moses, you have to learn what peaceful coexisting means, so we can go tell these Egyptians that have these enslaved Hebrews to stop doing that. It makes total sense to me. And I studied theology, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I got all A's in my shit. I don't know if my teachers are all, any of them living, because when I go back and do our 40th class reunion, I'm sure it'll just be the students, because we've lost a lot of classmates, but they were there with me. They can prove if anybody needed a receipt, which would be stupid. I know what high school I went to. Okay. And show that, yes, we studied theology, and it all made sense to me. I like when a pastor or a priest, a nun, or just a heart of gold, or somebody on the bus, even talking to Sam, the Ethiopian in Vegas, how it all makes sense. You can have a conversation and say, yeah, that is the true meaning. Because what hateful people do, what meanies do, what racist and ignorant motherfuckers do, is try to take that knowledge away from you. Try to make it seem like it's something it's not. It's a beautiful story. They got married, they had children, he took them back. Miriam tried to be prejudiced against her. You can read it in Numbers yourself. And God punished her. He gave, well, I won't say he gave, no, allegedly. Okay. She contracted leprosy. She suffered until she came around, and God was like, get over yourself. And here, the nationality of Moses, Israelite, or quoted fingers in the air, Jewish person, or whatever you want to call yourself. I don't care. We're all humans. Get over it. Right? And then they start talking about the burning bush and all of that stuff. So they try to make it seem like he married 2 women. No, because here, right? They try to make it seem, but no, it was the same woman. Sorry, not sorry. I've done my studies, and it is what it is. Okay? So that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay? And now let me go at the top. I don't want to go real fast. We're going to look at some images. And then we're going to put her name in. Here is a picture. I mean, she wasn't like light skin or mixed or anything like that. No, she was black, bitch. Okay. Don't be playing with us. And they couldn't bring themselves to make her that in the movie, in a racist early 19th century America, because they wouldn't have sold no motherfucking tickets. So they made her dark, skinned it, right? This is what she really looked like. And then they tried to play it off in the movie when she arrived with him. But I understand why. I'm not going to be mad at Cecil B. DeMille. No, at least he did it. Because maybe one day he thought maybe somebody will reveal. He couldn't do it back then. I get it. I'm not going to spend my life being mad at people. I fuck that. Okay? So Zipporah, wife of Moses. So that's the word I want. Be proud of who you are. Tell this story to everybody you meet today. Tell that story. Okay? Guess what I learned? Gigi Darling taught me that today. You damn right I did. Okay? It's ridiculous. And the reason why they were racist like this is because they were ruled by racists. They were enslaved by racists. And so God was like, well, in order for this to work, I need somebody who ain't a racist. I mean, God, help me. You know, and then what idiots will do is they'll go and take that story and they'll try to just give it to a pastor. But see, they don't want to do that either. You know why? Because they'll lose their position in the church, won't they? Snake Wilson. That's why he can't. You know, I'm not here to say, oh, yay, that's a good thing. No, I want all Black men to have good jobs and live their life and be able to, you know, fulfill their desires. But you can't do that when you're conny and snaky and a liar. Yeah, I said it. And this picture is absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. That's the word I wanted to give today. We have to remember Moses was raised in a racist household. Once he realized who he was and what his lineage was, he rejected his childhood teaching and privilege. Exactly. And that's I mean, why can't somebody come out? Oh, I love that picture. Sorry, not sorry. You know me. Oh, I'm going to snatch it. I'm going to snatch it. Give me a second. Let me make sure it's on my desktop. Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of that. A picture. You know what I mean? A snapshot. Isn't that gorgeous? And then they say Solomon's song, the Songs of Solomon, are love letters to Sheba. Okay, so the only benefit people might say, well, why is all the hate and all the other stuff? Well, in order to gain and to control, they have to purposefully make you think you're less than. Okay, take you out of the economics of it. You know, until sports and things came along in America, you know, the first this and the first that, we were still producing, even though the politics and the laws were hateful and lots of human indignities and crimes were going on, lynching and things like that. But like I said, at 10 Commandments, when, you know, slavery was deemed to be over, all the Black folks walked away. Them white people didn't have no skills unless they were smart enough to participate, and they weren't as racist. A lot of them were raising their own children that had sex with Africans. Yes, I said it. But all those other, the mamby-pambies, the women, the lazy ones that were just sitting in the house doing nothing and thinking they were better than everybody else. When slavery was over, baby, they didn't even know how to cook. They didn't know how to sew, cook, nothing, make a fire, nothing. Okay, so yeah, get over it. Do your own. And then they talk about, you know, Zephora and all that other stuff here. But yeah, I think we did it. I think we did it. And where can you find that? It's in Numbers. I think it's Numbers 12, 1 through 10. It's the scripture. Here it is. And I'll put this in the chat so you can do your own research. Okay? Now you can do your own study. Now let me go. Let me find, because I know y'all been talking. Here. Okay. So when you punch that in, Numbers, it says Miriam and Aaron began to talk against Moses because of his Cushite wife, for he had married a Cushite. And then you can do your own studies from there. And then you will find out that God punished them. They gave them leprosy, you know. And Moses had a stutter. He wasn't like the most handsomest, you know, what do you call, well-spoken, whatever. You know, he had his issues too. And then they want to be racist against her, but you're trying to free your people against racists. It didn't work. So he had to teach them a lesson. They had to be taught a lesson. Okay. And here it says again, and Miriam and Aaron spake. That's how they worded it, but spoke against Moses because of his Ethiopian wife, whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he? They questioned God. And that was a no-no. Okay, so you can read the rest. I love this story. I love the story of Moses. Okay, and what he accomplished. Mm-hmm. And that's interesting to me that they talk about, you know, leprosy and things like that. And we are in a time of pandemic and strife, you know, disease, virus, whatever you want to call it. Have we learned anything? I don't know. I don't know. Have we learned anything? Have we said to ourselves we're going to do better? Are we teaching our children better? I would say the majority of us, yes. The 80% of human beings on earth and in America, yes. It's that 20% that fucks it up for everybody else. And that's the part that I'm just gonna hope. This is for you 20%. This is for you people. You can't be in a swirl, in a repeat, in a whirlpool of saying what everything is wrong. If you spend an hour of my life talking to me in my face, I'm breathing, smelling your breath, saying everything that's wrong, you owe me the next hour of telling me everything that is correct. If you have nothing to say, if you have no input, then you can use this hour as your positive affirmation, good input. And then you could take this information, since you're so young and you know more, and do something with it, because I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Like I say, I can take something from way back then, apply it to now, and just watch and see what you're going to do. You're supposed to be watched. You're supposed to be guided. You're supposed to be taught. And don't be brag. Oh, I'm 20. Well, you can't compare to somebody in their 50s. Sorry. Experience alone. You're after me. If anything, I got 30 years of knowledge on you. And I can prove it with receipts. That's why I love having a channel. That's why I'm going to do this every Sunday. Now I'm just going to come on. I don't know if that's even if that's wrong, because it said Numbers 12. Let me go to the Bible, because I have Bible Hub. Yeah, I have Bible Hub. Let me show this to you. And I'll put this in the chat too. That's how I read the Bible. I don't do the holy bull crap. I don't do that. That's why a lot of religious people they can't get me. They can't get me. I don't do the mumbo jumbo. I don't do the superstition. I don't do none of that. You don't have to. Just read it for what it is. Okay? So I'm not going to, trust me, I'm not going to read all this. It's in the down there. It's right there. You can click it. And here they talk about Numbers 12:1. And all you have to do is hit the blue arrow and it goes to the next verse. Okay? But number 1, after he brings them back, that's when Aaron and Miriam start catching hell. Oh yeah, I said it, from the Lord. Okay. And he keeps telling them, you better shut the hell up, because you're going to get it. And I'll read the first couple of sentences. Then Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Cushite woman who he had married, for he had married a Cushite woman. And they said, has the Lord indeed spoken only through Moses? Woo! They were jealous. They didn't believe Moses. Has he not spoken through us as well? Because they wanted to be right. And he was like, you ain't, shut the hell up. He speaks to you about what he needs you to do, but he can't speak to you about what he needs me to do. That's what Moses has said. Okay. And then they say, now the man Moses was very humble, more than any man who on the face of the earth. That's why that's why he was chosen, to fight a whole dynasty of Pharaoh. And we all know the rest of the story. So all you got to do is read here. And then you go all the way to 12. And they'll tell you the whole story about how they got leprosy, how God was trying to talk to them, how God got fed up. I'm into it. Okay. And then you just keep hitting all the way till you get to 10. The anger of the Lord burned against them, and he departed. Okay. Oh, but then the cloud had withdrawn over the tent. Behold, Miriam had leprosy. Okay. That's why I get out of the way. I get out of the way. So yeah, this is I love reading this because I don't do the Bible-y thumping and the woo and the you should be scared and then ooh all that other bullshit. No, yeah, exactly. White. Ain't nobody better than but we're just all we're human beings. We're one. I don't care what culture you came from, what language you speak, what you look like, what your extras on your body appear. We're all the same. Get over it. So yeah, you got that link now. Let me go ahead and bookmark this just in case. I'm going to put this under, let me put this under here. And that's my word for today. Any questions before I continue on with my day? Okay. See, that's what I'm going to do. That's how easy. Jesus talked to people standing on a rock. We didn't have to put no fancy clothes on. We didn't have to put no hair on. We didn't have to, buy no expensive clothes. We ain't got to sit next to nobody we don't like. We don't have to hear no motherfucker up in there that's screwing somebody else's daughter or son. I said it. I don't do church. I don't do church. Jovi Beauty likes to say she don't do Jesus. Well, it's not about doing Jesus. I just don't do a lot of that control, conformity bullshit if you're not teaching me anything. The most fun I had going to Baptist church was singing, and that was it. It was only like 4 years because, again, my family was Catholic, and then by the time you grow up, you become military and you do your own thing. I taught my children to embrace whomever they wanted to embrace. And they did. It's their choice. I would never, I don't care if they chose the exact opposite. It's their right. It's their freedom. I'm a veteran. It's our job to embrace your right as an American, as you will, and that as I demand you do for me. That's why I'm not pressed when motherfuckers come over here and act a damn fool. I don't give them expectations. You show me what you got. I don't need to be sneaky or scary or coax you or make you do what I want you to do. You have the right to do whatever you want to do. As long as you don't, take away nothing that's mine. You never could. But anyway, or you can't even, people they try to copy. No, you can't. You don't even know. I dare everybody to go to Vegas for a whole week and do what I did last week for myself and me and mine. They can't. That's why I'm not pressed. That's what I mean about people. Why are y'all so pressed? If you got your own shit, you're telling on each other. You're telling on yourself. Just like I put over on the community board, our boardroom. You're talking too much. You're double talking your damn self. You can't even keep track. You need to write that shit down. You need to write a list. These con people in the beef sector, they need to write a list and say things like the words I should not say. And it would just be crickets because they wouldn't have shit to say. Okay. And I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you, guys. I'm going to be back later today. Let me see. And shout out to Facebook. Sorry I didn't have you open. I couldn't do it. My other device is somewhere. Okay. What do I have coming up? The beef sector news and more. Who is real? What did I title it? Who is real and who is fake as fuck? Yes. We need that, don't we? Regarding class culture. See, when I talk about stuff like that, I'm talking about me. I can't talk about the whole. If somebody's telling you they know everything about everybody and they can't even hit a link, they can't even drop down in the chat, they didn't even subscribe, they're already bullshitting you. If you want to believe that, you can believe it. But that was today's. And what I'm going to do, reason why I got all those stars in the title is because now I can go back and put numbers 1 through 10 because motherfuckers will try to be stealing your contents. Okay, I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the replay crew. Every Sunday, we're going to have a word. Okay, see you later tonight. Hit all the reminder buttons. I appreciate you. Welcome new subscribers. Welcome new members. Shout out to the replay crew. Thank you for leaving such kind comments. I'm catching up on my comments. Thank you for being so patient. Okay, it was really, really fun. I like this. Okay, we can do this. Hashtag church, hashtag pray. Stay prayed up. Okay, see you later. Bye.
Won't you call me when you get this? Yeah. 도도한 두 눈에 매력적인 입술 네가 내게 말을 걸 때마다 내 기분은 higher Girl, what's your desire? 내 심장은 paradise You're beautiful, girl, can't you see? 다들 너를 질투해 걱정 마, girl, can't you see? 내 눈엔 늘 완벽해 Won't you go?